What is up, gamers? Today, for your dosage of random Panda talks, we will be discussing music labels. Within the scope of EDM music, there are many labels that can come to mind, but today we will be talking about one in particular, and that is 99Lives. Of the numerous channels and companies that have started up here on YouTube, there have been many success stories, but as always, to the other side of the coin, we have not so successful stories. 99Lives is an EDM label that started off in 2015 with the likes of Nirvana and Trip 40 and other music producers. Along with them, the label was heavily backed by then and still currently popular YouTuber Sunday. The goal of 99Lives was and still is to promote and release music to YouTuber creators to use in their content at a reasonable licensing price. It's in their quote-unquote cool announcement video that they firmly established just how against they are the very prevalent issue at the time with very expensive licensing agreements. This whole notion of making a label quote-unquote for the people has been done many times before and has successfully been executed, but looking at the numbers, 99Lives sure didn't seem to be thriving, at least as much as it used to be. So what exactly went wrong? I looked through their socials and finding a grandiose answer wasn't really that difficult. 99Lives is simply stuck in time. Being a label that was meant for content creators, 99Lives was never able to become anything more than just that. The music that they release is average and they've had pretty large artists on the label, but while artists continue to grow and move on to bigger and better things, 99Lives has stayed stagnant. Artists like Mern, Subtact, and Pixel Tear have moved on to Monster Cat, and artists like Jim Yosef, Electrolyte, and Tobu have moved on to NCS. And it seems like while everyone is winning in this exchange, the label has been left behind in the process. Their social media pages seem autonomous, only posting to promote their releases. You don't often see them teaming up or making any cross collaborations with many other companies. And you can see the statistics and numbers that they're just falling off the radar. Granted, they're still going, their uploads are rather inconsistent. In the past month, they've released 10 songs, while in another month, they only released 3. One of their downfalls, I would say, is their submission process. To submit a demo, you have to submit it through an artist referral, which is rather flawed. As an artist, it should not be your concern to help 99Lives recruit another artist. Your concern should be making good music, and seeing that many 99Live artists have either moved on or have fallen off the radar, the chance of getting on 99Lives becomes needlessly more difficult. So while I was editing this video together, I did a bit more research and I found that 99Lives have actually opened up their demos to the public. However, it was kind of out of the way to find. They tweeted about the new demo box once on their Twitter, and it is at the bottom of their YouTube descriptions. As far as I'm aware, it is still not on their website, or if it is, it's not really easily accessible. And the previous portion still stands as a point because it wasn't until May 23rd of this year that they decided to open up to the public. When it comes to the way the label is run, it does seem like there are some difficulties. About a couple months ago, there was a bit of drama that had arisen due to 99Lives screwing up their quarterly payments to the artists. Long story short, they had overpaid some artists at the beginning of the year, so to try to make up for that, they sent out an email and stated that they would be holding off payments until they broke even. While it does make sense, the communication was very lacking, which 99Lives actually pointed out in their apology post on Twitter. I won't fault them for it. Honest people make honest mistakes, and they knew they screwed up. I find that they handled it pretty well. The reason I brought all of this up so far is that I think the people who are behind 99Lives have good intentions. As I said earlier, this label seemed to stem off as a label run by the people for the people. But I think they never really planned that far off into the future. I think something funny to point out is that with the whole storyline they're telling, that being that every compilation album is one of their 99 lives, that does inevitably mean that eventually the label will run out of lives and end. Now, before we start pressing F in the chat, it took them 3 years to lose 13 of their lives, so that does mean in theory that 99Lives have about 21 more years left. That is if they're still consistent. I think the people who follow 99Lives have come to realize that there really won't be that much going on with 99Lives in the future to come. Like the artists, the fans are either leaving off to follow other labels or other artists. While they got hundreds of thousands of views and even had some videos reach 1 million plus views, nowadays it seems getting 20,000 views in a month is rather optimistic. Their social blade only shows red. The subs are going down and they're not getting that many views for their entire shared discography. Their Twitch is completely dead, and their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram all seem like rehashes of each other. Small side note for their Instagram, it doesn't even seem like they can format their posts correctly, which is probably something they might want to consider fixing. Their Discord server, to put into comparison, have just over 600 members, and in one day they sent about 40 messages and almost have 300,000 messages in 3 years. Meanwhile, the server that I'm running currently has more than 700 members, had 8.5 thousand messages in a day and almost 2 million messages in under 2 years. So you can obviously see that even the fan interaction really is not that high. To bring this to a conclusion, 99Lives had a fruitful past, but I think with the lack of development going on, people have begun to move on. I don't see 99Lives being able to recover, but if they plan to stay complacent with what they have, then I think the channel will probably last for a little while longer. It does still have a demand for music, and we still see new artists joining, but I think from a more business perspective, It's a great way to boost yourself, as I would consider 99Lives as a well-established label, and there will always be a demand for non-copyrighted music, but I don't think 99Lives will ever recover the lives it had lost along the way. Well, that's all for me today. If you gamers made it this far, comment down below what's your favorite video game. And anyways, I'm gonna go play some games for myself, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!